New Vitamin Water Zero Sugar Pineapple Passion Fruit is packed with vitamins, just like the amount of peas we packed in that sentence. It's packed like your tote bag, the one you stole from your ex, or your overpriced half a studio apartment, or extra rushed rush hour traffic. Packed like your calendar, triple booked at 5, of course. Grab a Vitamin Water. Did we mention it's packed with vitamins?
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Checking off the boxes on your to-do list is a great feeling. And when it comes to checking off coverage, a State Farm agent can help you choose an option that's right for you. Whether you prefer talking in person, on the phone, or using the award-winning app, it's nice knowing you have help finding coverage that best fits your needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And now, stop me if you've heard this before on the Toddcast podcast.
You'll know Canadian comedian Jon Dore for a lot of things. He was a correspondent on Canadian Idol. Remember Comedy Now on CTV and the Comedy Network? John. He had the Jon Dore television show, his show on CBC, Humor Resources. You've seen him on Comedy Central, Live at Gotham, hosting Funny as Hell on HBO Canada. Great to have him on the cast and get his thoughts on the Canadian sense of humor. Growing up to CTV, Bob and Doug, Letterman, Cosby, and Jim Carrey came up. So did Mr. Show, Kids in the Hall. And John talked about the shows that he was binge watching at the time: The Mandalorian, The Watcher, Ken Burns' wartime documentaries. He shared a near-death story, talked about his family. Cancer culture came up, so did the Tragically Hip. And stop me if you've heard this before, John won a Juno Award for the Best Comedy Album a couple months after being a guest. So keep that in mind as he talks about, at the time, what his career highlights were.
Yeah, well, I can't pick one, but I just feel, I mean, you know what? Strangely, there's a lot. I can't really narrow it down, but like strangely, I feel like doing the Canadian Idol television show was a highlight because I was living in Ottawa at the time. I was working on daytime. I was doing Rogers Community Cable daytime show. I was hosting that show for 3 years, making zero money, working in restaurants to subsidize my income. And I remember auditioning, traveling to Toronto 3 or 4 times to audition to get this role, editing a demo tape together, everything they teach you in TV broadcasting school, and really wanting it so badly. And then the second I got a phone call saying, can you be in Winnipeg for week 1 of Canadian Idol? They've selected you to be the correspondent for the show. I remember instantly it let me move to Toronto. It let me get out of, financial dire straits and a tax problem. And it started a relationship with the production company, which in turn I did the Jon Dore television show for. So, and I also had a blast doing that television show. So strangely, that would be the one. I remember being filled with so much excitement and gratitude when I got that call. So yeah, that would be it.
Stop Me If You've Heard This Before on the Toddcast podcast is powered by the HomeDwell Group. Buying a house? Selling your home? Contact Kyle at homedwell.ca today.
New season, new chaos in college football.
Let's go! Big stage, big opportunity.
This Labor Day weekend, the wildness lives on ABC, ESPN, and the all-new ESPN app.
What a way to start!
Featuring top 10 teams like Clemson, Notre Dame, Alabama, and LSU, and Bill Belichick's debut at North Carolina.
It's so special when these teams collide.
Don't miss a lineup filled with electric matchups.
Welcome back to college football.
Kickoff week presented by Modelo. Labor Day weekend on ESPN and ABC. Also available to stream on the all-new ESPN app.
The Old West is an iconic period of American history and full of legendary figures whose names still resonate today, like Jesse James, Billy the Kid, and Butch and Sundance, Sitting Bull, Crazy Horse, and Geronimo, Wyatt Earp, Bat Masterson, and Bass Reeves, Buffalo Bill Cody, Wild Bill Hickok, the Texas Rangers, and many more. Hear all their stories on the Legends of the Old West podcast. We'll take you to Tombstone, Deadwood, and Dodge City, to the plains, mountains, and deserts for battles between the U.S. Army and Native American warriors, to dark corners for the disaster of the Donner Party, and shining summits for achievements like the Transcontinental Railroad. We'll go back to the earliest days of explorers and mountain men, and head up through notorious Pinkerton agents and gunmen like Tom Horn. Every episode features narrative writing and cinematic music. and there are hundreds of episodes available to binge. I'm Chris Wimmer. Find Legends of the Old West wherever you're listening now.
It's Marie Antoinette Month on the Vulgar History Podcast. Every week, we'll be taking a deep dive into the life of France's most notorious queen. Marie Antoinette is still talked about 200 years after her execution in the French Revolution. Some see her as an out-of-touch, mega-wealthy idiot who deserved to have her head cut off. Others love her for her flamboyant fashions, her pastel-colored residences, and the way she persevered through a challenging personal life. On Vulgar History this month, we're going to be looking at all aspects of Marie Antoinette's life and world to figure out who she really was and why she still fascinates people to this day. We'll look at the drama of her personal life, as well as the series of scandals, mistakes, and disasters that took her from the gilded splendor of Versailles to the guillotine. Listen to Vulgar History wherever you get podcasts.